Hello, everybody. Welcome. We'll figure it out. We'll get to it. 20, 21, 23. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. Coming to you live from the Go Live Vegas studios in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Aaron Phillips. The Chief is in the house. Mr. Matt Mullen, our security crack team, is here in the house.
What's up?
And, of course, Aaron Eligas on the board. And we have a hanger-oner today. Mr. Brett Lawson still hanging out with us in the studio.
And I want to thank Brett for filling in for you last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Greatly appreciate it, Brett.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciate it.
We'll probably be called to duty next week while I'm in Virginia freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
And back east. Anyway, welcome to another edition. It's good to be back with you all. I missed last week's show. It's the banter of wrestling, and so much has gone on this week yet again with more releases and, you know, NXT and this and that and everything. There's so much going on. But as always, Mr. Matt, how was your week, sir?
It was good. Not too bad. Nothing really crazy happened, shockingly.
Well, that's good, man. It's getting ready for this upcoming weekend, though. Thanksgiving weekend, I'm sure, will be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Chief, how about your week, sir?
It was good. I'm excited, ready to go for Impact Wrestling tonight.
Absolutely. Impact is in the house over at Sam's Town tonight. Turning Point pay-per-view. And as a reminder, in about 1 hour from now, Impact's heavyweight champ, The Moose, will be on live with us at, he's out at Sam's Town, right?
He's at Sunset.
I mean,
He's gonna be at
Sunset. Sorry,
Station.
Sunset.
Sunset
He's got the
Station,
show.
signing with Mr. Scott Hosey,
Yeah.
starting at 10 o'clock to noon.
There it is, and it looks like he's going to be there Sunday also, according to the flyer that's up on the screen.
Oh, it's
is
just
that-
the shows.
Oh, that's the show
Saturday,
dates. I'm
Sunday.
sorry.
No.
There it is on the right side of the screen. I
Underneath,
apologize.
Saturday the 20th
Yeah,
from
because-
10 to 12.
Absolutely, because after that, he's going to get ready for his match tonight. Great match tonight. Turning Point live on pay-per-view. Listen, I'm excited for tonight. This should be one hell of a main event. I know you had Eddie on last week, which was great fun to have him on. But they're
My
getting
buddy,
ready.
man.
They're getting ready for a lot of steel and metal tonight, I think, from what it looks like with the new stipulation, right?
Full mayhem.
Yeah. Oh, full metal, isn't it?
Full metal, yeah.
Full metal
yeah.
mayhem.
Anything metal that can be used as no DQ.
Oh my God.
From what I read. Am
Chief-
I right on that, Matt?
I think they can use literally anything.
Chief, you don't have any metal in your teeth, do you?
I don't know.
All right, because I'd hate for them to come and get your come and get your teeth.
Yeah, I do. Maybe I'll slide him to. I better not say that.
So tonight will be fun. We'll talk about that with the champ coming up in about 1 hour. But, man, we have so much going on. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. We thank you. 702-329-6947 is our number. Press 1 if you're outside the United States. 1-855-502-4321. Special shout out to everybody listening on the Go Live Vegas mobile app. Call us. We want your input on any of the wrestling topics, except for Formula One racing. We're not familiar with that here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was just some product.
Can I go a different route?
Go whichever way you want.
Something I wanted to bring up to you gentlemen
okay.
on your show.
Okay.
There's a gentleman that lives here in Vegas that is a former Oakland Raider who finished his career up by screwing his knee up. Napoleon McCallum.
I had the pleasure of meeting him last week.
And I think we should get, I'm going to suggest to you to please try to get the former lieutenant in the Navy on your show, sir.
I will be happy to put some feelers out to see if we can make that happen.
And tell him the chief said so. And no. He'll know exactly, because next week I will bring the signed picture in that the lieutenant signed for the chief.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a plan. I will reach out. Good morning, Carlos. We appreciate it. 702-329-6947. All right. A lot going on.
Yep.
Our first segment, I'm glad we named it what it is, because I'm going to bring this up as we talk about it. The first segment is, of course, I Hear Voices.
Ding, ding, ding.
Which, of course, we started that because of Randy Orton's song, I Hear Voices in My Head, blah, 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 blah.
They come to me.
So I don't know if you guys heard, I don't know if you're aware of this. I read it online. It was reinforced this morning on Busted Open.
Damn it.
Randy Orton's appearance on pay-per-view tomorrow night. He will hold the all-time historical record for any WWE appearances with the most pay-per-view matches.
Nice.
Now, the trivia question, who is he tied with currently that he will break that tonight or tomorrow night when he has his match. Who do you think he's tied with?
I won't give the answer
No,
because I know
we talked about it.
we talked about it.
Who do you think? Who do you think's
Kane.
right on the nose, my friend? He
Damn,
is-
I didn't even. That was literally
Good
just
job.
a guess.
Well, you guess. Who you betting on later? I want to follow you. To
Right on the money, buddy.
Right on the money. He is currently tied. I don't remember. It's 174, 176.
176.
Well, perfect. Thank you. So that's why you're the crack research staff. Tied with Kane, so he breaks the record. Now, if he has a match on Raw Monday, he will become the number one wrestler that's had more matches on Raw in his career and in the history of WWE.
Damn.
That's crazy, right? And you're talking about a guy who very quietly has been doing this, 20 years almost, big time. But you would think Undertaker, Stone Cold, Triple H, right? All these big time names, The Rock. Nobody touches Orton. In a conversation that Chief and I both heard on Busted Open this morning, Mark Henry said that if you look at a Mount Rushmore of 4 people for the world of wrestling, Randy would probably not make the top 4 to be on the mountain. Top 10 for sure. In my opinion, though, if you put it on a Mount Rushmore current era, right? Let's say 90s on up as a current era, there's no way you can't not put Orton on a Mount Rushmore for the current era wrestlers, can you? Can you leave him off?
As Mark said this morning, it'll be Randy and Jericho are the top 2 today.
Absolutely.
And that's putting wrestling.
No,
over.
Jericho's 50, I believe, right? He just turned 50 not too long ago. How old
I
is
think
Orton?
he's like 52.
52. Orton's got to be close to that, yeah? He's got to be in his late 40s for sure. I'm just curious in comparison of him and Jericho in terms of age. Because they're both probably doing the best work they've ever done, right? Oh, Orton's 41. Okay, he's a little younger than I thought. All right. See, now for this show, we have help to our crack research staff.
He started at like 19 or 18.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and he was an OVW.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Cena, we're all in the same OVW training period as he was.
It's always crazy, like during like the 2007 to 15 era, and it was always Cena and Orton battling each other, and everyone always said Cena was better. I never understood that. Orton was always
Orton
the
by
better
far.
wrestler, the
Yeah.
better character.
Yeah, totally agree.
Chris,
Totally agree.
Chris Jericho's 50.
There you go. So 50 and Orton is 41. And you know what the best part of that is for Orton, in my opinion, is that he's cut his own legacy away from his father and his grandfather. Now, it's great to have the name and the legacy line is there, but Randy Orton has certainly carved out, dare I say, Mount Rushmore terminology here, his own place in wrestling history with what he's done. These 2 records are crazy that he's got the most amount of pay-per-view matches and will have the most amount of Raw.
Well,
Now,
as Mark said earlier today on their show, that Randy had some of the biggest matches against Taker and Bray Wyatt as far as creativity. And you look at it, and as I always say, if you give the wrestlers the creativity to bring the product along, you're going to have a great product.
Absolutely. And look at the different ways. I mean, he's been a heel, he's been a face. He does some of the comedic, lines and routines, especially with Riddle. He has to kind of be on the lighter side. He's done the cinematic matches, with Bray and everything. What has he not done as 13-time heavyweight champ? Is that his number? Something like that?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, certainly if he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer in whatever Hall of Fame you want to put him in. By the way, didn't we talk about we were going to put our own Hall of Fame together now that I think about it?
What about the matches with Edge?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You
I can't think of any time that Randy Orton's ever had a bad match in any way, shape, or form. I can't think of one. That doesn't mean it wasn't. No. But I mean, in terms of pay-per-views or televised TV show, I can't think of anything where he really did something to hurt his legacy in a match.
He's always had good matches, and every time he goes against somebody like super athletic, you wonder how he's going to hit the RKO.
Right. Absolutely.
That one at WrestleMania 31 when he bounced off Seth Rollins when he was trying to do the curb stomp to him and hit the RKO. That place went insane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I think the legacy for Orton is the way he does that RKO literally out of nowhere at any time. And how many times do we see memes of people trying to duplicate that, in the pool or all that stuff? So
often imitate it, never duplicate it.
Exactly. So congratulations to Randy Orton a day early when he makes his appearance in the match tomorrow night. All right. First rumor, TNT executives have told AEW that they only want one women's match during each episode of Dynamite. Why is that? They have a tournament going on now, don't they?
Yeah, they got that TNT or TBS championship tournament going.
Why would they want to limit it?
I don't know. They got like a good female roster now. You would figure they'd want to have it shown off more, but if you're going to have one match per Dynamite, it has to have Britt Baker in it.
Mm-hmm.
I would think with Kenny possibly leaving AEW for a little while
With the shoulder.
that they might be able to add an extra women's match.
You would think, right? And that's where...
Were they going to start having six women tag team matches?
Well, and this goes back to something that you've been talking about for as long as we've been doing the show.
They need a women's show.
There you go. And now, we know how WWE puts the women matches on, and I say that tongue in cheek, but now AEW is now being asked to only put one women's match on? That doesn't sound right.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Something's not right there, especially if you want to attract women viewers to your product. How can you shut them out? Anyway, it just doesn't make sense to me. Not with all the lady wrestlers that are out there that can perform so well in everybody's opinion here. But, all right, they didn't ask us for our opinion, right? I missed that memo asking us for our thoughts on that. Next topic, rumors the Briscoes were backstage at Full Gear. Are they possible going to sign with AEW? What are you guys hearing?
I sure hope so. That'd put on some dream matches a lot of people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lost Jay Lethal and possibly the Briscoes, what's that actually mean for Ring of Honor? They lose those are like three of their top stars. That's like WWE losing Orton, Cena, and The Rock.
Let me throw this at you. If you watched the match Lethal had with Sammy Guevara Wednesday night, you saw one of the best, in my mind, not an ROH wrestler, even though he is, okay? He's known for ROH, but a quality professional wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
He was able to walk in, not miss a step, and have a great match. The same thing will happen with the Briscoes. Okay? Same thing. Briscoes one of the best tag teams I've seen. I'll put them up there. Another person is Gresham. Okay.
Here's another really good one.
You better believe it. And if AEW's smart, they're going to sign him. So I totally agree with you. AEW needs to take a look at it, and they need to definitely, in my mind, sign the Briscoes. That's my opinion.
Well, with ROH and their champions and everybody leaving, going on this hiatus at the beginning of next year, right?
Yes.
Does it really matter about these titles in ROH?
No.
I mean, they have one more pay-per-view coming up, I think, in December where titles are being... Does it really matter?
I guess the question is, if they don't come back, are they, with the matches they're going to have for the titles, are they then going to retire the belts? And that's it for ROH. That's what I'm looking at. Or are they going to change possibly the name of the company, and there'll be a new company come out with new belts possibly? Who knows?
Yeah.
Stay tuned, folks.
Possibly owned by one of the existing companies that are out there? Who knows?
That's
Put that
a
out there for
possibility. That's a possibility.
Rumor has it that the possibility of The Rock maybe making an appearance at Survivor Series. I'm not buying into that myself. I don't think he will. Because they haven't hyped it. There's no hype to Survivor Series. They had these cuts this week, took total air out of the balloon. Now, I get if you want to add speculation to possibly him coming, that may help attendance and people buying in to see The Rock return. Okay. But to me, they've taken a lot of air out of Survivor Series. And in my opinion, I think it would be a waste to have him show up to Survivor Series.
I think that'd be a way to blow air back into Survivor Series because there was no heads up of Lesnar coming back at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
That's all people talked about.
Mm-hmm. Chief?
I like The Rock, but I don't care.
Okay.
And that's honest. That's honest. And I've said it before. You go away, you come back. You go away, you come. Either you're going to wrestle or you're not going to wrestle. Okay. Times have changed. I understand. Eras have changed. Understand. But you're either a professional wrestler or you're not. You know, if you're going to go away for 6 months and do a movie, okay, that's fine. 6 months you're not forgotten about. But how many people do you really think, if Rock's name's not brought up, or Lesnar's name's not brought up, or Goldberg's name's not brought up, and then all of a sudden they show up and they're main eventing, and you got guys that and gals that are there day in and day out, busting their ass, and these guys get to come back and take the limelight. I just think it's wrong.
The Rock's still more over than everybody on that roster. He can come back 10 years from now, and he's more over than everybody.
So could The Undertaker, so could Stone Cold, because they're professional wrestlers. Look at when they came up.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
My additional thought about him appearing, though, is it appears that the road of seeing The Rock in the ring against Roman is not for this WrestleMania, but for the following year when it's in LA.
No.
In my opinion, it's way too early to start anything towards a potential build for that match that's a year and a half away.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
And we'll just go off right now. Who's going to win the match between Reigns and Big E this weekend?
We'll let everybody ponder that as we go to break.
There you go.
All right. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere with Matt. Chief, I'm Aaron. We'll be back with more talk about wrestling. Give us a call. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit-ya-hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
If inspiration is the beginning, where does it lead? Experience the 2021 Mazda 3 sedan and see where inspiration can take you.
Grab the brass ring in a 2021 Mazda 3 with exclusive FSW discounts at Findlay Mazda. Get Garth today at the Valley Auto Mall.
All right. Welcome back. Thoughts Count Anywhere coming to you on a very busy wrestling weekend. Impact Wrestling tonight. Survivor Series tonight is Turning Point. Tomorrow night, Survivor Series. Local events, FSW versus has a card today. This is a wrestling weekend. Now, 702-329-6947. If you're on the app, we thank you for listening. Listen, don't watch while you're driving. So the number again, 702-329-6947. Press 1 to come into the studio.
Miss Billy, I know that you're still in the chat room. We'd like to get a woman's perspective on how you feel about one women's match on AEW show. Could you give us a call in, please, and voice your opinion?
And why do you want her to call in?
Because the chief said so.
There you go. Billy, give us a call. Now let's talk some wrestling. Okay. One last topic from the I Hear Voices. Rumor is a free agent talent will debut tonight at Turning Point. Who are we hearing that possibly could be?
I haven't heard any names, but I'm still hoping for Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Or Titan.
Titan. Last name Tron.
Titan.
What do you think?
How about Taya Valkyrie?
She's still got a couple days left before.
Does she?
NXT wrestlers had
They got
30
30
days,
days.
right? Yeah, 30 days, and main roster had 90.
Dog. Okay.
Now, so that's another great question. Let's talk about those two specifically, and I'm sure I'm jumping ahead on something you have on here. Where do you think the two of them will show up, and will they show up together?
Oh, Morrison and Taya?
And Taya, yeah.
Impact.
Because that's another couple, right?
I think they'll go back.
To Impact?
I think they'll go back to Impact. I'll throw you another name out. Davey Richards.
Okay. Did you see Drew Maverick's video that he posted after being released for a second time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. He was very well prepared to be released.
Good
Even
job on
Cena
him.
put his video over. It was
And,
cool.
and Davey's back wrestling again. I know Matt Vandergrift just had a match with Davey, I believe, up in Seattle.
Yeah.
And so I know Davey's wrestling again. He's a former Impact player.
Very true.
We'll see what happens. We'll all have to make sure we take good notes on the show tonight so we can talk about it properly next week. All right. What I want to do, let's go into the WWE report. The Shield, and this will be a segue to go back to your question that you asked, Chief, before break.
Yes,
The
sir.
Shield debuted 9 years ago. That's crazy. 9 years ago. It just seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago,
No.
honestly.
And you look at it. Roman's at the top of the game. Seth's at the top of the game. Mr. Moxley's at the top of the game. Shout out to you, John. Hope things are going well for you right now, my brother.
Right on.
I'm here in Vegas for you. But they're at the top of their game, and you know it's amazing that they came on 9 years ago and they made an impact, and 9 years today they're still making an impact.
And you know, it's 25 years when The Rock made his appearance at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the pre-show, there's a match was added, Royal Rumble, I think to the pre-show, if I'm not mistaken, 25 entrants
Yeah.
in order to honor and acknowledge Rock's debut 25 years ago.
Could he?
So there's a lot of hints of him coming back.
Could he be
There
the
is.
25th entrant?
Oh, I think all 25 have been slated. From what I saw this morning, I think all 25.
Maybe
that
some-
does, that
maybe
doesn't mean
s-
Sonya's not going to pull something and move people around like she's been doing with the women's teams, right?
He's going to come back the same way everybody that comes back to face Roman does. He's going to beat Big E, hold the belt up, be like, acknowledge me, and then somebody's music hits.
You think?
And
he'll-
if you smell, that place is going to go ballistic.
You think Roman will beat Big E this weekend?
Yeah.
You think so?
But it's not for the titles. It's just a match, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a title take all thing.
No.
I just want to clarify that for everybody. You know,
I'd like to see Big E beat Roman. Okay, then you do the honor me thing, and The Rock's music hits, and The Rock comes out.
I wonder if Xavier Woods going to play a role tonight because of the whole crown thing with.
Would have this
Tomorrow.
would the Rocks
Oh,
like
I mean tomorrow.
would the Rock's return really have the same effect if Roman just lost?
No, I don't think so. Unless he
don't
comes
think
out to pump him up and say it's okay, you had the loss, it's okay, we'll keep whatever. But you're right. That's an interesting point.
This storyline's got to turn into, you think you're the tribal chief? Do you really want to know who the head of this family is?
That's what I was just getting ready to say. The head of the family is The Rock.
Hell yeah.
Okay, even though, and you take a look at it, how it's been passed down. The High Chief, the Samoans, The Rock, Roman, the Usos are in there now. We have another gentleman and who's on NXT who's possibly going to be coming up to the family sometime. Who knows? You had Yokozuna.
Solo.
Yeah, Solo. You had Yokozuna. Okay, they're all.
Rikishi.
Yeah, there's a pecking order, and as long as The Rock's around.
Nia Jax.
Oh, well, yeah. Tamina.
She's the hole in the family.
How about Tamina?
Her too? Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Yes, Superfly. So, you stop and think about it. As long as The Rock's around, he will be the head of the family until he passes it on to Roman, whenever that day may be.
Right.
Whenever they wrestle each other, there's no way the Rock's winning that match.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And that would be the passing of the torch, similar to the way Andre allowed Hogan to body slam him.
Exactly.
That was the passing of the torch, and that has to happen. But to start something now when they're facing, not this year, but next year in L.A., where they're talking about maybe that happening because if he's filming movies, he's going to be in L.A., I think it's way too early to start a storyline because Reigns is tied up with Xavier Woods with the crown thing.
You can't build.
But who knows?
That's
It's
what.
WWE creative, right?
It's never too early for ratings because they need it.
What is that in our headset? What is that?
Sunset, Scott.
Oh, he's logged in already. I didn't realize he was logged in. We'll bring him in about 15 minutes. We just want to make sure that the link is up and ready to go.
You know, and let me throw it out there.
Yeah. 2 minutes to the rant, everybody, by the way. Get ready.
Power Play Sports Cards and Collectibles is having a show out at Sunset Station today and tomorrow. You're looking for Christmas presents?
Holiday presents.
Holiday presents.
Those are good for Hanukkah, too.
Thank you for correcting me and hiding my awareness. I appreciate that. Even at my age, I can still learn. But maybe take a little ride out there today and go see them, and I'm sure there'll be some good prices. And then, of course, starting at 10 o'clock, the Moose will be appearing and signing autographs from 10 to 12. Impact Wrestling Champion.
Shortly after his quick appearance with us here on Thoughts Count Anywhere. That's right. The champ will be with us for a couple of minutes to talk about tonight's match, Full Metal Mayhem.
And the only other wrestling I know that's going on this weekend is, other than Impact, is
Versus?
Versus at, I believe, 12:30 today. They have a show.
I believe that is the case. They want to get they're done with their cards so everybody can go to Sam's Town and do what they have to do. All right, Richie from Minnesota. Richie Garcia. Thank you, buddy, for checking in. We appreciate it. Everybody out there, hey, give us a call on the line, 702-329-6947. There you go. Tickets on sale for November 21 and 22. That's the tapings, right? Mm-hmm. That's the TV stuff.
You know, here's a good
Ticketmaster.com.
Good question, real quick. Is Josh Alexander going to get involved in the match tonight, possibly?
In that match? Possibly. It'll be a cool set of TV tapings because they have Hard Justice in Texas, and we're going to get all the TVs up to Hard Justice.
Yes.
So.
No, they're due to come back here in December, aren't they?
I don't think so.
I thought it was three months in a row, but I
thought they were, but I think they changed it.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
All right. We'll see. But you're right. Leading up to that next event
we'll
after
find
this,
out tonight.
I'm sure we will. Absolutely. All right. We're at the bottom of the hour, at least according to the clock on the wall. That can only mean one thing. It is time for the Chief to sound off and get off his chest whatever he is passionate about. I have a little birdie kind of told me a little bit about what he's going to rant about today. It may surprise you. So stay tuned. Here it comes. The Chief's rant is coming up right now.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Chief and the Chief's rant. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. And I have asked one of my co-hosts to step in with me this morning, Mr. Aaron, if you will.
Sure.
I'm going to talk first and foremost about our school board here in Clark County. We had a vote a few weeks ago to cease and exist the contract of Dr. Jarrah by a 4-3 vote. And this past week, they revoted, and it got reversed 4-3. So one of the members of the school board
changed her mind, reversed her.
Thank you. And now Dr. Jarrah is on the is back as the head of the school district.
If he accepts it.
Correct. If he accepts it. But the point I want to make is I watched the school board meeting the other night on TV, and those ladies, and I use that word loosely, ladies, they were very vindictive to each other. And I heard a few choice words, and you look at it and you think that people who we vote in are acting this way as the head of the school board, okay, on very, very prominent media, the TV, And the children are watching these knuckleheads act like fools. Well, my opinion is monkey see, monkey do. If they can get away with it as adults and the children in the school district sees this, well, why can't the children act that way in the schools and in the classrooms? Now, I'm going to turn it over to you so that you can give your utmost due diligence and opinion.
I will do that as soon as I mention this, that the rant segment is brought to you by Bruise Brothers Live from fabulous Las Vegas. Wrestling memorabilia and collectibles every Sunday at 2 p.m. exclusively on the Top Rope Collectibles Facebook group page. Search Top Rope Collectibles on Facebook. Let me just say this about the school board. It's petty. It's something that should not... The meeting the other night started at 5 p.m. and went to about 1, 2 in the morning, whatever it was. This thing with the superintendent, and you know what? They should have asked him first if they reversed the decision to terminate him. Would he be interested in actually staying on as the active superintendent? Regardless,
Correct.
he's being paid until 2023. And back in May, 4-3 vote to extend his contract. 4-3 to terminate his contract at the last meeting, and now one member switched it and 4-3 to reactivate or rescind the termination. Why wouldn't you have gone up to Jair and say, look, if we do this, would you be interested in staying on as the active superintendent? Because he gave 30 days. He was staying on until December 1st.
Yes.
And so because of that, they tabled the next agenda item, which was to talk about his replacement. Bottom line is this. Let's get it together, folks. We're here for the kids. We're here for getting the best education for them because in our town, our students in school right now, they are our future and survival for this city. And no matter what they do, whether they get into pro wrestling, whether they're a teacher, they become a cop, whether they get into sports collectibles, they are our future. And we need to be spending 7-8 hours in a meeting more talking about the ways we can improve our education than being the laughing stock for school districts across the country. And I'll just leave it at that.
And how we spend our dollars.
Absolutely.
Wisely.
Absolutely. All right. Let's wrap it up.
The Chief over and out.
There you go. Chief's Rant was brought to you by Brew Brothers Live from fabulous Las Vegas wrestling memorabilia and collectibles every Sunday, 2 p.m. exclusively on the Top Rope Collectibles Facebook group page. Go to Facebook, search Top Rope Collectibles, and you will see the link and see the show. Great stuff there as well. All right, let's get back on task.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Let's get back on task. Let's talk more about the WWE report. Triple H was actually seen on video this past week when Vince and company went to look at the new office that's being built for corporate, and there was Triple H. You know, he was in line with his notepad and his hard hat on, and supposedly he is feeling a little bit. He's feeling better and coming along.
I saw a picture of him and Steph and Vince. He was up and about. I won't say that he looked good in the picture, though. I think whatever the procedure was and whatever the medical the awareness was that the family, him and Steph had, I think it's taken a toll on him a little bit, and I think it's going to take a little bit more time for him to possibly get back to Triple H as he was.
Yeah, if they never really said what kind of procedure he had. I'm starting to guess he had open heart surgery for something. But he looked like he was walking kind of stiff, but he's up and walking, so that's always a good sign.
And that's the main thing.
And I think for PR, he needed to be seen because there were a lot of questions from the last.
Even
time
then, it was only a construction worker sneakily putting a video, so it wasn't
it was nothing
supposed
official.
to be on purpose.
No. That's right. Absolutely. Hello, Jennifer from Hawaii. Ben from Top Rope Collectibles. Thank you for checking in. Carlos, good to see you. Good to see everybody out there. 702-329-6947. Coming up in about 5 minutes, we're going to have Scott Hosey join us from his card show out at Sunset Station. And then at the top of the hour, the champ himself, Moose, will be joining us from that same location as Moose is there from 10 to 12 to sign autographs and meet and greet his fans. All right, so because of that, I want to let's spend a few minutes, if you'd like. We can talk about, hey, Jacob, you want to talk about more of the releases and what that's doing for WWE? I mean, we kind of been touching on it throughout the show so far. We've touched on Morrison. We've touched on, of course, Taya was in the last release, Drake Maverick, Shane Thorne, Jason Riker, Top Dollar, Ashante Adonis, Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Tegan Knox were all let go. I'm tired of hearing budget cuts as the reason personally. My question is to you, within the next 12 months, will WWE be up for sale?
Yeah.
To the right buyer.
Well, I'm not saying to the right buyer, but will they be up for sale for anybody to purchase, whether it's the right buyer?
In the next 12 months?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know what their plan is with all these releases, but I know you can only house like so many wrestlers because you only have so much TV time.
Right.
But the amount of crazy talent they have let go that could possibly be the future of that company to just be like, see you later, no thanks.
You know,
is mind blowing.
You know, WWE has seven hours of live TV, well, tape TV, live TV programming on TV right now. So, you know, they can put a lot of wrestlers on TV. Now, is 205 Live still on? I don't know. I haven't followed.
I haven't heard
it's
that.
on Peacock.
I haven't heard that in a while.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just think I don't think they're going. I don't think Vince is selling. Not right now. I think once Triple H gets healthy, and I would assume that whoever it's sold to, if they were smart, they would keep Triple H and Shawn around. And I'm gonna throw one more name out too, Michael P.S. Hayes, one of the best bookers in the business today. They need to keep him around too. Booker, Booker, not Hooker. They're
Aaron hasn't had his coffee, so he's slipping in his hearing right now.
But that's what I think. And then maybe Vince will sell.
Okay, fair enough. I think listen, Nick Khan has a reputation of changing organizations and putting them in a position to be as streamlined as possible to be sold. That's what Nick Khan does.
Yes.
Okay. I believe it will be up for sale within 12 months. Will it be sold within 12 months is a whole different question. But they have to be posturing to do something, because with all the talent they've let go, and if they're number one in the industry, why would you not put more shows on the air?
Yeah, you would figure if they had like all this talent, they could just be like, we're having a third show because we can.
Right. Now, granted, road shows have been few and far between. You know, making appearances locally doesn't make them money. So that's why you're not seeing a whole lot of those road shows where a lot of these extra talents would be used probably. But when we look at what's happening right now, interesting comments. Desert Shark says Ted Turner will buy WWE with laughs. Ben says Eric Bischoff could buy WWE, LOL.
Tony Khan can legit buy WWE if
3
he wants
times
to.
over.
Tony Khan's daddy can buy WWE.
Well, Aaron thinks that they're going to be selling to Disney, and if they do, that's going to really change the wrestling product because of the kid-friendly environment that Disney has. You know, they're not going to allow a lot of what they do right now with gyrations and the cursing and the middle finger. They're not going to be able to do any of that if Disney does buy the channel.
Damn, Ric Flair will finally be able to really go to Space Mountain, huh? I'll be shit and go to hell.
All right.
Let's see Mickey Mouse catch a Superman punch.
or an RKO. Well, yeah. I mean, you would think NBC, because of the Peacock network, would be the most logical partner to possibly buy. But listen, I don't know, how many years was their contract with Peacock, the original purchase? I mean,
I don't know. Too many.
That is very true. All right. Let's step aside for an early break, because when we come back, Scott Hosey's online with us from Sunset Station, the site of his show today. And coming up at the top of the hour, the heavyweight champ of Impact, Moose, will be on to talk about tonight's card and his match. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
If you order Firehouse Subs online or with our app, we'll have those delicious, melty subs, boxed, bagged, and ready to pick up with rapid rescue to go. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Sin City Sublimation is an all-in-one design and manufacturing shop making everything here in Las Vegas. Most companies have everything made overseas. We do not and can do all the work in 2 weeks or less. From the court to the field, we have all types of sports uniforms for your liking, but if you are looking for something else, we also make memorial shirts, birthday shirts, and fan gear for your kids' teams. Send us an email at sales@sincitysublimation.com, and if you mention Thoughts Count Anywhere, we will take $5 off each shirt with a minimum of 12 purchased. A pro wrestler-owned business, we are known for reasonable pricing with a fast turnaround, all made in the USA. For more information, go to sincitysublimation.com for more.
Alrighty. Welcome back, Thoughts Count Anywhere, the November 20th. Can you believe Thanksgiving is this week, guys? Thanksgiving.
It's crazy.
And then Christmas a month after, and then we're turning the calendar again.
And Hanukkah.
And Hanukkah starts over Thanksgiving.
Yes.
The Sunday after Thanksgiving will be the first Hanukkah candle lit, while I will be in Virginia. We're lighting candles with my daughter.
The 28th.
That is correct, sir. My 8 days.
See crack research.
You're the man. All right.
I try hard.
Speaking of the man, he is right now out at Sunset Station. He is a purveyor of cards. He is the owner of Power Play Sports Collectibles, and of course, one of the founding fathers of this show. Oh my God, who's that guy next to him? Please welcome Scott Hosey. That is Thomas Burnett. He is one half of our Bruise Brothers sponsorship for the rent. Gentlemen, how are you?
We're doing good. We're here at Sunset Station, getting ready to open up the sports card, toys, and collectibles show here. That'll run 10 to 6 both days. And then once we're done here, we're heading over to Sam's Town to watch Impact Pro Wrestling.
Right on. I think
Okay.
there's gonna be a caravan. There's going to be a caravan heading down there tonight, I think, right? Be a lot of people heading down there.
I think so. And we got Thomas here. He came down to help out with the signing. He's going to be sitting here with Moose, who will be showing up here in just a few minutes. Our great sponsorship of Mazda, Garth and Brandon. They're picking up Moose right now as we speak in one of those brand new Mazda CX-9s. So we have
Oh, my goodness.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to need room. That's a good call there. You're not getting him into a small sports car. That's for darn sure.
No, I doubt that. So
Oh, my goodness.
we're sitting here listening to the show. Great. And Thomas is sitting here just enjoying the sponsorship.
Talk about what you have going on down there at Sunset. Are you back by the bowling center again like last time?
Yes, we're back here by the bowling center. We've got 35 tables here of sports cards, toys, collectibles, everything you can think of for the collector, or even, if you're not a collector, your boss, your relatives, your brother, anybody you can think of, your friend. Matt's looking for stuff, so Aaron, you need to come down and buy some stuff for him and Chief. They're on the Christmas card list. Well, somebody else on naughty list. I can't remember the name though. Slips
Oh,
me.
my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
You know that. You know I have to.
Do
Do you have any items banned by the NFL or anything
Did
like
I
that?
miss something?
Fill you in later, Chief. I'm sure they will.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway,
Hey,
Walk that fine line.
as you can only do so well there.
Yes,
Tipping.
here's my rant. Should we start talking about wanting to rant about Kyle Rittenhouse? But we decided not to.
Oh, that's oh, God. I would say right now that's a good call. No, that's a good call there.
that's
for
why
sure.
it's called Thoughts Count Anywhere.
That's right. My goodness.
So I heard you guys talking a little bit about the possible buyout, and
What do you think?
You guys and I have talked a little bit about it. My thought is Peacock buys them. They're looking for a place. I don't think ESPN has already got their fingers in a deal right now with another organization that I'm aware of. So I think that would fit their mold a lot better. I think a lot of it has to do with Vince's age. Vince is still sharp, but he's up there in age, and the baton was supposed to be handed to Hunter. Well, Hunter has disappeared up until, 2 days ago we were talking about, since his heart procedure. I don't think he's in good health, and the baton was supposed to be handed to him. Stephanie's, she's there, but, she's a mom, a wife. She can't handle the wrestling side, like Thomas is saying. And, she wants to be a mom, and I don't fault her for that. And trust me, any women out there, God bless you. I see what it takes to be a mom, and Jesus, you guys, I bow. So, and it's definite love, and, for the business. Shane, we've all seen what he's done to businesses, so They all go bankrupt.
You ever?
Ding, ding, ding.
Thomas, why don't you lean in there to the camera and to the microphone for a second? I have a question for you. Let's give a quick pop to what you do Sunday night, since you are the sponsor of the Rant for Chief.
And we appreciate that.
Absolutely do. You and your brother Nicholas. Talk about if you have anything special coming up on tomorrow for your show at 2 p.m.
I'm not sure what my brother's got planned yet. We haven't discussed it, but every Sunday afternoon, 2 Pacific on Facebook Live, Brew Brothers on Tupper Collectibles.
There you go. And Ben is in the chat room, so I know he's watching. But, yeah, we want to thank you, Thomas, for your support, of course, and, of course, being down there to help Scott. Scott, any specials down there going on by any of the card folks, any of the vendors down there? Anything going on for the holidays?
Absolutely. There's everything here. I mean, you've got those luxury backpacks that are really popular with the kids and the young adults right now. Wax, and for those who aren't in the baseball card business, wax is the boxes that you pull packs out and open cards. There's a ton of that. There's toys, comics, vintage cards, which is, older than Chief and I, and Aaron.
You got to remember, brother, I started watching wrestling on the radio.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's everything down here. We've got, we've got stores here. We've got Legacy. We've got Game Day. We've got My Four Sons. We've got vendors from California, Utah. Down here today and tomorrow, 10 to 6. They're selling all the wares. Come on down. Get that Christmas shopping done early, because what it says on the news right now is stuff's going to get hard to find. So if you're down here, get it now. Buy it now. That's what I'm saying. And even my store. We've set up our store at the Boulevard Mall. My back room and storage upstairs is beyond full. My whole garage at home also. So I'm stocked. I'm ready to rock and roll. And we've even got Christmas hats for those Knights and Raiders fans. And Christmas stockings right over here too.
Don't you mean Hanukkah stockings and Hanukkah hats and all that other stuff too?
No disrespect, but I don't have a Thoughts Count Anywhere new hat. I remember somebody getting the first ones.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have those hats. Yeah.
By the way, let me remind you though, Hanukkah is 8 days, while Christmas is only 1. So you got a better buying power for Hanukkah, by the way.
Oh, so we're getting 8 gifts?
I guess we're getting 8 gifts.
We're getting 8 gifts, yeah. Thanks, appreciate it.
Hey.
Close your eyes and what do you see? Go ahead. Anyway.
Hey, Mr. Scott.
The amount of jokes I could say right now, I can't say on the air.
No, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Hey, Mr. Scott, just so you know, my birthday is Saturday, so I'll expect a gift.
Next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
I'll be down at the Premium Outlet Mall, the North Premium Outlet Mall, with a 10 by 10 tent. They're doing a pop-up sale, so I'm going to be down there with some stuff, advertising my store at the other mall. But
what time?
Down there. Nice. It's 10 to 4, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head, at the North Premium Outlet Mall. I'll be by Calvin Klein, I think. But yeah, 10 to 4, Saturday and Sunday, we'll have coupons for my store. So come down, grab a coupon. I'm not going to say what it is.
I guess I'm heading over to work after the podcast. Then okay.
I will be in Virginia. Unfortunately,
I got you covered.
By the way, you said you're going to be outside the Calvin Klein store. You're not going to model any jeans, are you?
No, the underwear.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We want to.
My man.
By the way, Aaron E., our illustrious producer, put on our screen. He wanted me to tell you that he didn't get anything for his birthday this past week.
Well, you got to tell somebody.
It was on Facebook.
No, I'm sorry.
He has like 9 different Facebooks. It's hard to keep track.
Have a birthday.
That's true.
I don't buy Yum.
You mean you don't have any pet team bowls or anything? Water bowls, food dish bowls or anything?
Actually, I have pet bandanas coming into the store. They should be here on Monday. I saw
no collars?
No, the pet bandanas, they're a little easier for animals.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I don't like.
I get you.
It's a.
I'll have to put one away for me. Will you, for Sandy, please? I will.
All right. Real quickly, guys, since we got you, I'm sorry. Since we got you on the line, and we're going to go to a quick break before we get to the top of the hour. Give me some of your thoughts and forecasting on Turning Point tonight. Of course, the main match is going to be the Full Metal Mayhem match between our champ Moose and Eddie Edwards. What do you guys think will happen in that match tonight?
Pure brutality.
Pure brutality. That's a great byline. So who comes out less brutal with the win?
Moose.
Okay, Moose will retain.
Does Josh Alexander do a run-in?
No.
Somebody else.
Oh. All right, I'm going to ask you a Survivor Series main event match. Big E, Roman, who wins?
Roman.
Man, you'd think they practiced that. They said it in unison.
Damn, am I the only one to think Big E's going to win that?
Yep.
It appears so.
I'll stand alone.
All right. We are closing in on the top of the hour. So, Scott, we're going to just simply mute you on this end. We're going to go to our top of the hour break a little bit early so that when Moose arrives and we're ready to go, we have everything taken care of. So, Scott and Thomas, stand by. We appreciate you there out there at Sunset Station for Scott's holiday. We'll just call it the Holiday Card Show.
The holiday.
Good for all holidays. Gift items for everybody.
There you go.
All right, we have a couple of minutes. Where would you guys like to go with the next topic real quickly before we go to a break? What do you want? Where do you want to go?
Talk to me.
Pick a direction.
Talk to me, my brother.
702-329-6947 is our number.
Kenny Omega being out of action in AEW possibly until February.
Yeah, with his shoulders,
if not
right?
longer.
His shoulder surgery, right?
He has a hernia also. He needs like 3 or 4 surgeries.
Wow. And then he suffers from vertigo. I read that article. Could you imagine doing all that flippy shit and you got vertigo?
That's crazy. I had mad respect for him. He went through all these injuries and wrestled for like a month completely injured just to get through this Adam Page storyline. And he's like, peace.
I'm out.
You know, it just goes to prove they're human beings.
And people forget that.
And people forget that and what they go through to entertain us.
Did you see the chiropractor video with Kenny Omega?
Yeah, Dr. What's the same one that did Cargill and what's his name?
He's using like chisels and hammers.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I got to show it to my our chiropractor.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get his
Dr.
reaction.
John.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. John's a big wrestling fan, too.
Yeah.
Get into our
I talk to him
chiropractor.
about wrestling every time I'm there.
Yeah, he's great, and he's a big CrossFitter too. So we had a lot in common when we get together. Okay, it's almost 5 of. What do you say we step out for a couple of minutes early? We'll run our commercials from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll hopefully Moose will be ready to go. We'll throw it back to Sunset Station. You're watching.
Voices in the.
You're hearing voices.
I wish Adam Cole was coming into the studio.
Thoughts
right
count
now.
anywhere. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is going to kick off with some great stuff, starting with Moose at the top of the hour. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. You know, during the break, I learned something very important. That if you missed the show, you can go back to Facebook or go to our website, thoughtscountanywhere.com, and guess what? You can watch it.
Yeah.
So you can watch it again. Listen, we've been on 113 shows now. Wow. thoughtscountanywhere.com is our website. Established in 2019. Crazy. Plus, you can get swag. Anything new showing up on our shirt shop, on our swag shop lately? What's the newest one? We still have Straight Out of TCA up there, right?
Yeah, that's the latest one. I'm trying to come up with some more.
Okay. And of course, we still have the shirts on there that we're raising money for the Nevada Coalition for Suicide Prevention. Those are the 2 shirts with Garth's backing on it to support him and his family after the loss of his grandfather. So that fundraiser's still out there. Proceeds from the sale of those shirts go and are donated to that great organization. Okay.
I need to come up with a 3/4 Halfheimer shirt.
Oh,
somehow.
absolutely. Yes, that one. And 37.5, courtesy of Otto, if we can.
Yeah.
Otto von Clutch.
Yeah, he's been very quiet. We haven't heard from him lately.
He's working a lot.
I know. Yes, he is. And you know what?
Him and the missus.
Yes. April is on shows all over the place. She's appearing on Comic-Cons and stuff, talking about Glow, so good for her. So anyway, thoughtscananywhere.com, a lot of good stuff on there. And, excited. Let's talk about Turning Point. What match are you guys most excited about tonight to see? What's beside? Let's put the main event aside because I think everybody obviously is in tune to that. But which one you want to see? We have a pre-show, the digital media champ. I'm in love with Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green. I'm
in love with Chelsea Green, so Chelsea Green's going to win that match.
I'll take Jordan. She'll retain. Well, what
it's
else?
kind of funny on our social media. I put polls up for like Turning Point matches.
Right.
Out of all the Impact people I tagged, Chelsea Green not only saw it, but she voted for herself.
There you go. As well, you should vote for yourself, right?
Yeah.
I want to see Heath and Rhino.
Okay.
My video is frozen on my phone.
Against
It just
the ball-headed guy. What's his name? He's been around for years.
Eric Young?
Yeah, Eric.
Okay.
That's the match I want to see.
Well, you got the Impact Tag Champs going up against the Bullet Club. The Good Brothers going against the Bullet Club. X Division champ Trey Miguel versus Laredo Kid. Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Your favorite team, the Inspiration, right?
They're going to be signing tonight at Impact.
Yeah, they
Guess who'll be in that line. Guess who'll be in that line.
Right. And I actually think Jordan Grace is going to be there before the show opens. I think she's got the meet and greet.
Guess who's going to be?
Guess who's not going to be in that line? Guess who's not going to be in that line?
I will be.
Me.
I will be. Where's Garth? Featured guest. Anyway, so they're defending against the previous champs, Decay, Heath and Rhino. We talked about Violent by Design. Chris Sabin and Ace Austin.
That'll be a good match.
That should be a great match.
Yeah.
And Matt Cardona takes on W. Morrissey. That should be a good match too. After, I guess, the way they ended the triple threat last time, right, to get into the heavyweight championship match against Moose, these two guys will have a chance to go at it themselves.
You know, I want to meet Morrissey on a personal note.
Yes, and you talked about that a couple of weeks ago. You had
I
great
hope,
comments.
I hope I get the chance to meet him because I'm proud of him, and I'm glad to see he's back in the wrestling ring and doing well.
So far on our social media polls, we have 58% of the people think Morrissey's going to beat Cardona.
Okay.
The Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace one is exactly 50-50.
They probably voted for each other. For themselves.
Oh, it's like 25-25.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That's good. You know, it's good that we're
59% of people think Moose is going to retain. 67% of people think Mickie James is going to retain. And 52% of people think the Inspiration is going to retain.
There you go.
Interesting.
So it doesn't look like many belts, according to our poll, are going to change hands tonight.
Probably not.
So Scott doesn't think that our Canadian friend is going to run in. I wonder if it might be Alicia.
I don't know, but with that, you know what? I've just been notified that we are ready to bring in our guests from Sunset Station. Ready for tonight's Impact card, Turning Point. We have standing by with Scott down there. He is the Impact Heavyweight Champ. He is Moose. Moose, Aaron Phillips, Matt Mullen, Chief here at Thoughts Count Anywhere. Good morning, Champ. How are you?
Great. Good morning.
Thank you for spending a few minutes with us this morning. Very busy day for you. We appreciate you taking time. Now, going into tonight's match, you know, you won the Battle Royale last time. You won the trophy. My question to you, sir, is at what point did you realize you were going to cash in that opportunity on Josh Alexander that night? To walk us through that for a few minutes in your mindset.
I went to for Glory with a game plan, and I had to execute the game my game plan was to screw Morris before he screwed me. Because, I mean, I know we had an agreement, but I also know in that agreement that we each other in the eye and said, once I have a chance to screw you, and he said the same thing. I went in knowing he was going to try to screw me. I had to get him before he got me. And I was very confident that I was going to be the last. I was going to be in the last two in the Battle Royal. I just didn't know the man was going to be in. So Matt Cardona, the one I had to face to beat the Pen, the Battle Royal, the Gauntlet, we call it. I knew I had this in the bag. So I had that trophy in my hand. I knew I was going to cash it in that night. I didn't know who I was going to cash it in against, but I knew I was going to cash it in that night. It's a game plan with weeks ago. Bound for Glory.
So nothing like executing a well laid out game plan. Matt, question for the champ.
Yeah, I saw an article saying like with this win, the thought of you being like a former NFL player is like out the window, and everyone just tells you like one of the best pro wrestlers today. Was there any part of like your football experience that transferred directly into wrestling that made it a lot easier to get into?
I am the best pro football player, also with a professional wrestler.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I say that, and a lot of people give me was like, oh, what about Roman Reigns, and what about Brock Lesnar, what about whoever they name, and it's like, okay, come on. To play, to call yourself a guy who plays in the NFL, you actually have to play a snap of football in the NFL, and all these guys you're naming as great they are, they didn't play in the NFL. They can't say that, oh, I played this many snaps for what the team that they were with. So that takes a lot of guys out. The guys like Roman and guys like Brock and guys like whoever you want to name. And now it narrows it down to Bill Goldberg. And I mean, respect Bill. I'm a big fan of his and what professional wrestling, but the facts is the facts. Look at my line of work and look at his line of work, and the story tells itself, you know. And to answer your question, there's a lot of similarity between football and professional wrestling in the sense that discipline that you learn, that you get from both. You have to be pretty disciplined to be a successful football, especially in the highest level, and the same goes with being a professional wrestler.
Right on, and I agree. You are the best football player crossing over to professional wrestling. Kudos. I loved the promo that you did when you, after you won the belt, kind of dropping that you are the best in pro wrestling. And I think from what we've seen, you certainly are. Now let's get ready for tonight's match. Last week was a triple threat match pretty much between three contenders. You had Eddie Edwards, Matt Cardona, Marcy. They went at it. Edwards prevails. And, of course, tonight's match is a full Metal Mayhem match. How do you prepare for a match where metal can come in from anywhere and it still be legal in your match tonight?
How do you prepare for it? It's business as usual. I mean, I've been doing this for eight years now. I've been in any kind of match you could name of. I've done it. I've been there, done that. I think the challenging part is doing it against a guy that knows so well. So yes, it's going to be physical. Yes, it's going to be very violent, but it's going to be a lot of shots played in this match in the sense that nobody on this roster know me better than Eddie Edwards, and vice versa. Nobody on the roster knows Eddie Edwards more than I know. I mean, we were friends at one point. So there's going to be a lot of shots played in this match. He knows everything about me. He knows my offense. I know his offense. I know what he's capable of doing. He knows what I'm capable of doing as well. So it's going to be a lot of play.
Something tells me he doesn't know everything that you have in your arsenal for him tonight. Chief, quick question, sir.
Moose, do you foresee any, hopefully not, any outside interference coming into your match tonight with Eddie?
I mean, not anybody help because everybody hates me right now. I'm the most targeted man in Impact Wrestling, so I don't see anybody coming to help me out, and I don't need anybody to come and help me out. I'm more than capable of getting the job done by myself, and I mean, we'll see. Anybody, I mean, hopefully, in Eddie Edwards' sake, somebody comes helps him from the I'm going to be giving him.
You know what? That sounds right on target, right?
That's the answer I wanted to hear.
You know, and now, champ, you have that target on your back as the number one guy in Impact Wrestling with the belt. And I foresee a long reign for you. I think the guys here, we kind of agree with that Moose will probably have that belt around his waist for a little bit of time, of course, right?
Yeah, we'll all be live tonight. I expect to hear "and still" at the end of the night.
That's right. That's right.
The game. That's what the game is, and I'm pretty good at putting together a good game plan, and let's see if I can execute it perfectly.
Well, the three of us here in studio will be there in person tonight to see it live for ourselves. We expect nothing less than, as Chief said and Matt said, and still the Impact Wrestling champ, Moose. Champ, we know you got a lot to do there. We thank you for your time. We appreciate a few minutes.
Nice belt.
Oh, Scott's holding the belt.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you got your lackey holding the belt there, huh?
That's the prize right here. The thing, that I have just going to be working and not get nothing out of it.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you taking time with us, champ. You are the champ in our eyes as well, not only just because you have the belt and you're a big guy and we ain't going to argue with you, but you are right now representing the best in pro wrestling as well as Impact. Champ, enjoy your couple hours there with the folks meeting and greet with you. We look forward to seeing the ring tonight.
All right. See you guys there.
Thank you, Moose.
Thanks,
For
Moose.
sure. Have a good day, Moose.
There you go. Impact Heavyweight Champ Moose is ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
There's no question.
Moose!
Moose!
You know, he is ready to go, and we want to thank the folks at Impact. We want to thank Moose for taking time with us, and, of course, Scott for making helping us have Moose available during the signing.
You know, it's been a good 2 weeks. Last week, Eddie Edwards.
Yeah.
This week, Moose.
We had the main event.
Yep. We had that's right. There you go. The main event. Look, you guys said I just got goosebumps that popped up on my arm because you're right. We have now both participants who are now in tonight's main event. And listen, I don't know what to do to prepare for us. I want to be right next to the ring watching this close up, but there's going to be a lot of brutality in this match.
I expect that match to go into the crowd at some point.
Oh yeah,
probably near the concession stand.
Just make sure you're sitting next to me so I got protection because I don't move that fast.
And the question then will be whether Garth will be there in any audience activity with getting a Got Garth picture, which we know he is known for.
That'd be cool,
wouldn't that? So I'm excited about tonight's match. It's going to be good. The whole card, top to bottom, looks fantastic. Very happy to be able to check out the Turning Point show tonight with Impact and, of course, the main event. If you haven't gotten your tickets, do so. If you haven't gotten the pay-per-view, if you can't get there in person, do so because Turning Point will certainly be a turning point. There you have it. Those are the TV tapings that will be going on Sunday and Monday. So if you can't make the pay-per-view, certainly get down there to Sam's Town tomorrow the 21st, Monday the 22nd for TV tapings. Tickets available on Ticketmaster.com.
I guess Impact doesn't believe in the rule. They have 3 women's matches going tonight.
Well, I think these matches were grandfathered in.
I'll leave it at that.
They were grandfathered in, but they're not on TV, though. I think they were kind of talking about their TV shows, don't you think?
That's AEW, not Impact.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you got he
half
reeled me in.
The digital won't be on, but Mickey's match will be on, and the tag match will be on TV for sure sometime down the road.
Two different companies.
I understand that. But hey,
TNT don't care how many women's matches Impact has.
But one's got women's matches on it, and the other one's got one match. And as the Chief says, give the women their own damn show.
Impact, another show can have like 6 women's matches, but AEW has 1 Britt Baker. So AEW wins.
You'll see the 6 to your 1 is what you're saying?
Yeah.
There you go.
Who cares?
Me.
You know, Britt Baker is liable to get beat by Thunder Rosa.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a call coming in.
Oh.
Excellent, because I did not see it pop up on my screen there, sir. Thank you for calling Thoughts Count Anywhere. Who's this, please? Name and where you're calling from.
It's Tommy Guns Crawford.
Hey, how are you, bud?
Good. Hey, I had a question. Forgive me if you guys talked about this before and I didn't know.
No worries.
With regard to ROH, do any of you think, as in Tony Khan's mind, to possibly buy ROH and turn it into AEW's quote-unquote NXT?
Interesting thought. We did talk about that and who we think, if they don't come back, where it's going to line. But I kind of like this thought. If it is purchased by, let's say, AEW, that they become AEW's version of NXT, that's not a bad thought.
True. I think I mentioned something like that last week.
And you keep the name, and, he knows how to promote it. It's still a show. Probably get even better exposure. And, and then you get familiar with people that would come up to the main roster eventually and do it the right way.
Interesting thought. Chief?
Anyway.
Chief is in deep
See you
thought,
guys
pondering
tonight.
it.
See you tonight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you calling. All right, there you have it. It's an interesting thought. ROH becoming like an NXT light for possibly AEW.
I could definitely see something like that happen. I was talking to I'm pretty sure I talked about that on the show last week, or I was talking to somebody about it. But that'd be a great idea because they have a lot of talent that are straight from the indies with no TV experience. So they need to teach these guys how to wrestle in front of crowds,
right?
And TV cameras. So that'd be a good spot to do it.
Well, let's see. You got Bryan Danielson. You got the Young Bucks. You got Kenny Omega. Jay Lethal now. If they sign the Briscoes, that's a whole bunch of people that started their careers in ROH.
Mm-hmm. ROH, if they
made it up to the main roster.
Based on what you just said, if ROH does come back, they're really starting from scratch in terms of talent, right?
They had some quality independent wrestlers on the show. I said to Matt, one of the best wrestlers I've seen, Jonathan Gresham.
Mm-hmm.
He can go.
Right.
And, I'm surprised nobody's picked him up yet.
Still a lot of time.
I don't think a lot of their contracts end until January.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was going to say.
Once that
he's
hits,
still got one match left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once that pay-per-view's over, who knows where everybody's going?
Right. I think there'll be turning point for a lot of people after the pay-per-view tonight. And of course ROH has their last pay-per-view coming up in December.
No?
I think the title of Turning Point can mean a whole lot for a whole lot of reasons with Impact's card tonight. Speaking of which, I'm going to change gears. December 7th is a Tuesday. We are not going to be at Firehouse Subs the last Tuesday of November because it's right on top of Thanksgiving, and I'll be out of town. But the following Tuesday, gentlemen, right, December 7th at Firehouse from 7 to 8 p.m., we'll be doing our monthly remote, and we have a special guest. I know you announced it last week, but let's remind everybody.
5905 Southeastern Avenue, Suite 109. We will have the 86er himself, 8 miles out, 6 feet deep. Mr. Remy Marcel will be in the house.
Nice. So make sure you mark that on your calendars. Of course, come down, check us out live remote, have some great food, great fun. We'll have some raffle prizes as always. And, of course, Remy will be joining. And I love watching him. He is such a great wrestler. Slick, fast. He's got the technique. He's technically a great wrestler.
Remy and I are from the same hometown.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
When you guys left, did they close down the hometown?
No.
They put up statues.
The 5 points, man. The 5 points.
5 points.
Oh, yeah. That was some of the best times I had in my life. Growing up in school.
Yeah.
Well, when I went to school. No, that's not true. That's not true. But seriously, the 5 points.
Right on.
We graduated from the same high school, raised in the...
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Lineage. We talked about lineage before, right?
Good guy.
By the way,
Good
Clarence Fortenberry, Matt, says you can take him. Moose, we're talking about.
No, thanks. If he ever came to the building, I would just let him go.
Exactly. Exactly, right?
Clarence Fortenberry.
It's one of my coworkers.
Nice guy.
Do you know him?
No.
Oh. For the
I don't know.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
All right, we're going to regroup. We're going to step aside for a break. We're going to regroup a little bit, get ourselves back online to talk a little bit more about Impact tonight. And, of course, Survivor Series is tomorrow night. Anything
Morning,
else?
Garth.
There you go. And anything else that we can bring
RJ
up?
Gillette, good morning.
Yeah, I saw him in there. He popped in when we were starting the interview with Moose.
And, of course, my buddy, Mr. Ben Bowman
Yes.
from Top Rope Collectibles.
You betcha. He's been in there. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Jot down our phone number once again, 702-329-6947. If you're outside the United States, we can take those calls. Use the toll-free number at 855-502-4321. Press 1 in both cases. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
If you order Firehouse Subs online or with our app, we'll have those delicious, melty subs boxed, bagged, and ready to pick up with rapid rescue to go. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
If inspiration is the beginning, where does it lead? Experience the 2021 Mazda 3 sedan and see where inspiration can take you.
Grab the brass ring in a 2021 Mazda 3 with exclusive FSW discounts at Findlay Mazda. Get Garth today at the Valley Auto Mall.
I just got whiplash from our countdown coming back. All of a sudden, we were at like 30, and then we have 5, 4, 3. It's like, whatever.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You sure you didn't have coffee already?
No coffee? Or is it decaf? What'd you have for breakfast, by the way?
He had
What'd you have for
donut.
breakfast? How many?
Krispy Kremes.
And I got to ask you, I know you've been trying to watch your nutrition. What is that jar on the floor? I noticed it the other night when I was here. What is that? Like how many jelly beans in a jar? Can I have that, please? If not, I'm going to come over and get it a break anyway.
It's freaking M&M's.
I know. Here we go. Toss it over. All right. So, I hope Raquel's not watching, and if she is, I'm sorry. Not real.
Don't tell no one.
She's what? Oh, okay. This is our producer's energy. I should probably do it this way so we don't get, yelled at by Mars and M&M's for showing their label. But this is what he has on they're peanut M&M's. They're on or caramel? Peanut.
They're peanut
Sitting
M&M.
They're peanut sitting next to him on the floor over there. Now notice there's space at the top, which means he's already been in this.
Oh,
okay?
of course.
So anybody want? Why let's hear it?
No, I can't.
Oh, I'm good.
No, you're good. All right.
No, I have, no.
Thoughts count anywhere. That's what we get into. Thoughts count anywhere on anything.
Should we take a guess at how many are left by next Saturday?
Well, when I was here Thursday, I got to say that the gap was a little higher. Oh, draw a line.
I'm gonna go with 0.
We're gonna put a mark on it.
So we'll know.
I know if my pen on. Oh, it's on there. All right, we know where it is now, so we'll measure it next time we're in the studio. All right, welcome back. We got a lot going on. Did you really mark it? I did. Well, I have to get my marker out. I got a little pen mark. I don't know if it's going to be visible, but it's kind of like right about where my finger is there. And if not, I'll mark it with a marker when we're done after the show. I have a marker in my backpack. It's right above.
Just
my
remember,
finger.
eat as many as you want. Their candy's on sale at Walgreens. I'm something for Christmas. Just refill it.
That's right. They'll never know.
Oh, my precious.
All right. We talked a little bit about the card tonight, right? We talked about that before the champ was on. So let's go into some Survivor Series stuff, shall we? To me, guys, we talked about this, I think, at the top of the show. I don't know how our viewers feel. I hope they'll call in and let us know. The releases, first of all, this Survivor card, prior to being seeing the battle that they have a 25-man battle royale, only has, 6 matches on the card as of right now.
Yeah.
I have not seen or read anything that there'll be more matches added to the main card because I think the battle royale is during the pre-show. Very underwhelming Survivor Series because this usually is one of the main 4, and it's for supremacy of one brand over the other. But with the way we just had the draft, 6 weeks ago, right? Wrestlers are going from show to show. Does Survivor Series really need to rank in the top 4 anymore? And does really anybody care about Survivor Series at this point in terms of what it should have been?
I'm not going to be watching it. I'm going to be at Samstown watching Impact Wrestling.
There you go.
So I don't care. I'll watch it on Peacock.
The only time I really was looking forward to Survivor Series when it was Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT, and NXT wiped the map with freaking both of them.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, was it? 3 years ago or something. And I think, you know what? I think with that Survivor Series, we know what NXT was in terms of fellowship, I'll call it, before the rebrand. I think that Survivor Series, when it was the 3 brands, really launched NXT into that other level where that brand was in competition with Raw and SmackDown. It wasn't thought of as the developmental level anymore. Am I? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that tried to push them into the 3rd brand, and if you look back at that card, it's crazy how many of those people have been released.
I'm telling you, we should come up with our own TCA Wrestling Foundation, raise money, and just hire all these people and have our own wrestling organization.
Hell yeah, there's enough talent out there that if somebody out there wanted to make their own promotion and had the backing to do it, they could put on a hell of a show.
So let me ask you, with everybody that's out there, and I'll ask both of you, and of course our viewers in the chat room can call in. If you were right now starting with 3 folks that are out there, give me the top 3 people you would sign to your new organization.
Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, Keith Lee, and Karrion Kross.
Okay. Chief, who do you think? 3. Start your new organization with 3 people.
Killer Cross.
Okay.
Johnny Morrison.
Okay. Don't fail me on this 3rd one.
Bray Wyatt.
Now, and I say that for this reason. He's been talking about women's shows and women's wrestling. I'm surprised you didn't have
Didn't mention one.
I was going to add. I can't come up with one. Can I have 2?
Yeah, give me another one. Sure, I'll give you another one.
Scarlett and Taya.
Okay. If you were to add women, who would be the women that you would sign to your federation?
Of who's been released recently?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Taya. And
Nia Jax.
What the heck? We're in need of a new co-host.
She'd be the chief safety officer.
I would take Roxy from Ring of Honor.
Oh.
She's only 19, and she's already a hell of a worker.
Okay.
It's only up from there.
Hey, Tegan Knox, too.
Tegan Knox would be a good one, but I'd take Roxy over her.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious, because there is a lot of talent out there, and you can almost have a WWE 2.0 with all of these folks that are out there with the whole, with everybody that's out there that was tied to WWE with their own federation. This is crazy.
I actually wonder what it would cost. Honestly, what it would cost to start up a company. You could do it here in Vegas. Have an arena somewhere.
Yeah.
Bring in some quality wrestlers to start it up with, and go from there. I wonder what it would cost, though.
Well, how much did Tony Khan spend to get AEW off the ground a couple of years ago? Or Tony / with his dad, but I mean,
it's in the millions.
Easily. Tens, hundreds of millions?
Say probably tens.
I mean, the independent wrestlers, the wrestlers that have been released,
mm-hmm.
I wonder what it would cost to get them under contract.
I would say that would be the negotiation part of having them contracted, right?
And then you find a building,
mm-hmm.
and you find a Mr. Aaron Elikis that could produce, and you go from there. I just wonder. That's all.
Well, and that's why I'm asking. I mean, we can dream about it and think about it, in terms of what it would take. But, yeah, I mean, the most recent one to find out what it would cost, what did Tony Khan spend? I mean, now, granted, I don't know if Cody and the Young Bucks financially put in. I have no idea. But what the total cost is to have started AEW from the ground up, what you're talking about. Everything from staffing, production, road stuff, all of that. I mean, tens of millions of dollars very easily. 50 million, you think, on that, just to be conservative?
Yeah.
Because you also need room for operating expenses, right?
True.
So $50 million if you had in the bucket, right? I mean, it's just kind of...
That's a good round number.
Yeah, I mean, if we have left over, then we can party. You know what I'm saying? We have any... But it's just curious because you know what? Think about it. There's a lot of organizations out there, the local ones. Let's talk about them. You know, we have the local ones, FSW, Versus, Super Beast is now doing in town, BVW. Just even a local promotion. Is GCW back east?
They're in Atlantic City.
No, they're in Atlantic City, but MLW, are they considered, what are they considered? Obviously, they're not the WWE AEWs. Are they an echelon above? Are they on the same line as FSW versus, let's say, Versus? Versus is not on the same level of FSW
Well,
yet, is it?
MLW's got TV contracts.
Okay, but I'm just talking about in terms of stature. The reason I ask that is because how much is the cost to start up? It's going to be less for an organization locally to start up than an MLW and a GCW. Granted, they've been around a while, and yes, MLW does have a TV contract, but I'm sure it didn't cost them $50 million to get started.
I found it.
Okay, oh, cool. I know
Reports are saying that Tony Khan invested $100 million in 2019 to start up All Elite Wrestling.
Wow, $100 million. Well, we were a little light. See, I stalled long enough. I knew you were finding it. Talking. But a local organization, if we today wanted to start a local wrestling promotion, we know it's not going to cost $100 million. We know it's not going to cost $50 million. Okay, the wrestlers I think that come in locally who perform in some of the previously mentioned organizations, they're not contracted.
No,
they usually pay per event. Correct?
As far as I know, yes.
Now they may be contracted for that event.
Yes.
Okay. But the contract there is just for that show.
Right.
They're not contracted necessarily to the organization.
Right.
That's a different kind of contract. If I were to do something different in an organization, I would not make them independent contractors. I'd hire them as employees. Give them the health benefits. I mean, we have a Wrestle Connects that's out there courtesy of Scott and his folks.
Yes.
But I would treat them as employees because, I think that builds a little bit better brand loyalty to where trust and credibility and people believe in what we're delivering. Look at the post that Taya put out after Morrison was released. She put out on Twitter, basically it was like happy holidays to us when we both lost our income. Now, I hope to God they're not scraping the barrel for every penny that's left over being in wrestling as long as they have with investments put away, whatever wrestlers and independent contractors do on any level. You've got to prepare for those rainy days. But I would hire wrestlers, and I'd hire them and make them employees.
Do you think Vince McMahon? Well, let me put it this way: Vince McMahon's the head of the company. Do you think he gives a shit about the wrestlers he's released?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I get that's why I'm saying,
it at that.
And that's why I'm saying I would do it differently personally.
Yep.
I would hire employees.
Yep.
Give them W-2s. Give them benefits, retirement stuff like any employee would get in a company, because they're putting themselves in line more than I am as a guy running the place.
Here's the question, though: if you did something like that and you hired them as employees, okay, and you're the owner of the company, would you allow them, when they're not wrestling here locally in the matches here, would you allow them to go to other companies to wrestle?
Let me ask you, I'll answer that question by asking a question back. When you're an employee of a company, are you allowed to work for any other company? If I'm working for IBM, I can't work for anybody else as an employee unless they put me on an assignment somewhere.
Agreed. So in essence, that means that you're going to have to provide them a good salary.
Correct.
To keep them
And that's all part
locally.
of, like you said, the trust factor.
Yes.
But now, in a case-by-case situation, okay, if somebody were to come to me and say, look, somebody contacted me for this one-off event, and I'll just use Killer Cross as an example because we know he's homegrown and he's from here. If he's signed to my organization,
right,
and he's contacted by FSW, let's say for a one-off, an anniversary show or whatever,
right,
and he comes to me and says, hey, Aaron, here's what's going on, I would pick up the phone, I'd get the details, I would call the reps on that side.
Yep.
What are we going to do? What if he gets hurt? And if need be, you know what? I'd negotiate for that one-time situation. I would be open.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, though, not too sure I would do it.
And I hear what you're saying. But most of your independent wrestlers, they travel around the country.
But do they have the things that they need to survive?
No.
They don't have the benefits. They don't have. I mean, this is the other thing we hear about.
Unless you're a smart businessman and you can save financially.
Right.
You have a savings account and you save money, then possibly. But I would think and I would think 9 out of 10 are probably struggling to pay their bills.
Listen,
You know?
I sold timeshare for 6 years, commission only. Okay? When you're in that kind of a position where you're commission only or independent contractors, you have to be smart with money.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to sadly say, I am not, and I wasn't. Yes, I had a nice retirement fund that was being put away for me for the company. You know, it was an ESOP program that unfortunately, because I wasn't good with my money, when things got tight 5 years ago, I had to start drawing that money out and use it. Which then on the back end killed me for taxes. So it was a double-edged sword. So yes, you have to be smart when it comes to being an independent contractor, you know, a commission-only person with your money to prepare for the rainy days. And it's not easy, especially nowadays.
No.
It's not easy. You know?
I thank God that I have a monthly income coming in from the government.
Sure,
you know.
absolutely, and well deserved.
And you know, it's a nicety that I've had for 20 years now.
Sure.
21 years now.
I hope it's still there when I'm ready to retire, because there's talk it may not be there when I need to draw on it. Who the hell knows?
I'm not talking about Social Security.
Oh, are you talking about
military?
Military, yeah. Okay.
So
well, and like I said,
very glad that I've.
But well deserved. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I'm not saying it.
No, but I am. But in that situation, and for all of our military folks who earned it, well deserved, and God bless it. That was your retirement fund. That is now, you know, it was a sort of retirement fund or a savings account that the government is paying you and all military folks in your position. But independent contractors, they don't have that.
No,
they have to be
no.
smart with money. I mean, I'm not, and I got hurt after 6 years being in that business of not being smart with my commission money. And unfortunately, you know, I pay for it years later, you know. So it is what it is. But anyway, thoughts count anywhere. This is why we talk about this stuff, because we're all over the place.
Hey, can I do a shout out thing?
Sure.
All right. Coming up next weekend in Winston-Salem, North Kakalaki, WrestleCade.
Oh yeah.
One of the biggest wrestling events in the country, with wrestlers that you. Sting's going to be there. Kurt Angle's going to be there. But anyway, I want to do a shout out. Top Rope Collectibles.
Yes.
Will be in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They will have L.A. Smooth and Tatanka signing at their booth.
Wow.
Next weekend.
Chris who?
So,
yeah. Tatanka, that's what he just said.
So anyway, I just... Shut up. So anyway, I just wanted to.
Amber Nova's going to be there.
I just wanted to throw that.
No,
out.
absolutely.
You know,
that is great.
Our guys. So, and the other thing I wanted to bring up when Moose was talking about professional wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And the NFL, the name that came to my mind.
We're talking about football players who crossed over into wrestling.
Steve Mongo McMichael.
Yeah. That's a great one. I mean, he got into it with Flair and WCW and all at the right time. But
yes, he did.
I don't know if you can bring it up. He was part of that for how many years? Did it say? Can you find out how long he was in with WCW?
Yeah, I'll check.
As I challenge our crack.
He was a good name for NFL to wrestling, but Moose has had a better career as far as
no question.
Championships, recognition, all that kind of stuff.
No question. No question.
Even though Steve McMichael was a member of the Four Horsemen, which is
and a
crazy honor in itself.
And a member of the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
I don't know if that's anything to brag about.
Well, the Super Bowl winner.
Well, I'll tell you what. He won the damn Super Bowl.
That's right.
True.
All right, so.
And he was part of that.
You know, you want to weigh it. Well, he's got a Super Bowl ring. Moose doesn't. Moose has got a championship.
I'm telling him he said all this shit tonight.
You can tell. I'll tell him to his face. And I'll have my kendo stick with me, too.
I don't think you can swing that thing hard enough.
Oh, the hell I can't. Trust me. Anyway. You know, that's just the name that came up to mind.
Absolutely.
Was Mongo.
No, and I agree with that. I mean, you know, and I'm glad you did because I totally forgot about it. And he got into it at the right time.
Yeah.
in terms of the wrestling world and being a four horseman and all that stuff with WCW and whatnot. But that is a great name. I mean, there's a lot of crossover folks that are trying. Some are successful. Ernie Ladd was another one. He played football.
Yep.
Right?
San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Corbin. He was a football player.
Yeah.
Right. So, did you find it?
He was in WCW from 1995 to 1999.
Yes, he wasn't in 4 years. He wasn't long.
No.
But it's interesting. But he brought up a great point with that. You know, there's a lot of crossover folks from football to pro wrestling.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. There's Mongo. Do you have a name of history, by the way, for our boy, or you want to go with Mongo this week?
Let me think about it.
Okay, well, you think about that on break because we'll go out a little bit early because we still have birthdays to do. A lot more to talk about. We want to get into some SummerSlam predictions. SummerSlam Survivor Series. Jeez Louise. And we'll talk about that and anything else with the remaining time of the show. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hope you're enjoying. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Sin City Sublimation is an all-in-one design and manufacturing shop making everything here in Las Vegas. Most companies have everything made overseas. We do not and can do all the work in 2 weeks or less. From the court to the field, we have all types of sports uniforms for your liking, but if you are looking for something else, we also make memorial shirts, birthday shirts, and fan gear for your kids' teams. Send us an email at sales@sincitysublimation.com, and if you mention Thoughts Count Anywhere, we will take $5 off each shirt with a minimum of 12 purchased. A pro wrestler-owned business, we are known for reasonable pricing with a fast turnaround, all made in the USA. For more information, go to sincitysublimation.com for more.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
All right, welcome back. Thoughts Count Anywhere. Pre-Thanksgiving edition. What's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving? What's your favorite tradition, Matt? Thoughts Count Anywhere. I'm going all over the place today.
Just enjoying time and eating with the family.
Okay. Anything different? What do you generally have? Obviously, turkey. Is there anything special in your tradition of Thanksgiving meals that somebody does or brings? Or
My grandma makes amazing stuffing, and like this cucumber salad stuff she makes is delicious.
I love cucumber salad. Chief, how about you? What's your favorite Thanksgiving tradition?
How was the first Thanksgiving?
I get no respect.
Chief covered it on the radio.
I
back
do.
then.
I do a deep fried turkey.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you have
outside?
Yeah. How long does it take to cook?
45 minutes.
Really? How big a turkey in there?
Damn.
Like 10 pounds, 12 pounds?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Because in a regular oven, it takes like 6 hours?
Normally, normally 3 minutes a pound.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
That's not. Yeah, that's not.
You know, I get
that's
the
not bad.
turkey and
Yeah.
you know.
How do you season it for that?
Injector.
And what do you season it with?
Hopes and dreams.
Seasonings from New Orleans.
So some spicy stuff, some Cajun stuff.
Yeah, I put butter on it, and then
Okay.
I put it down in the
So who's
peanut oil.
Who's around your Thanksgiving table this year? Anybody?
No one. We're going out this year.
Oh well, there you go.
We're going out.
All right.
We're going out.
Matt, how about you? Where are you going to be? Are you going to be with family, or who's going to be around your table this year?
I got to work during the day, but at night I think it's my mom, my grandma, my uncle,
right on,
and me.
We're going to Bob Taylor's.
Are you going to Bob Taylor? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
They
a
put
great
they
place.
put on a good spread up.
Yeah, they do. Great steaks up there.
Oh yeah.
Great steaks.
Mesquite.
Check it out, baby.
Yeah,
Happy
I know.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Let's see.
Again with the white tongue like we had for Halloween. Anyway, I'm going to be in Virginia. We're not even staying at my daughter's apartment. They're having a what do they call it, Friendsgiving.
Oh, nice.
So some of her friends, one of their houses, it's going to be everybody just come congregate there. So that'll be fun. That is if I can get. It's going to be freezing. The weather's supposed to get so bad back there, at least in temperature. I hope to get back there before. My other daughter's in Chicago. That's no fun place either. They're getting
your daughter's like cold weather.
No, well, my daughter who's in Chicago, she travels with Frozen the musical, so she has no choice.
She's gonna be frozen.
She's gonna be absolutely will be. My other daughter, she's a beach bunny, not happy with the cold either. But hey, warm jacket and springtime will be around before you know it. All right, let's talk about Survivor Series, gentlemen, on Sunday night if we can. We haven't even talked about Full Gear results. Jeez Louise. Survivor Series.
I'd rather talk about Full Gear results than
You want to talk about Full Gear first? That's fine. We can go to Full Gear. I'm good with that.
I would.
All right, gentlemen, so why don't you guys kick it off there with the first match?
Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa defeated Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose in the pre-show match.
Yep.
It's a good tag team match.
Okay. Any surprises in that match or not?
No, not really. Kind of what happened was expected to happen.
Okay. No surprises there then in Full Gear. Next match up there, Mr. Chief.
MJF defeats Darby Allin. Well,
Like I always said, he was going to defeat him in a front headlock or something, and he actually did it.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's a man of his own. But did you watch AEW this week?
Of course.
When he called CM Punk, and Punk comes out.
And punked him.
And punked him is exactly right. And MJF has probably still got his hand out there waiting for it to get shaken. And Punk just turned around and walked off with a smile. I thought that was great creative writing. Now I hope he slaps the teeth out of his mouth.
I cannot wait for the promos between those two.
Oh.
It's going to be classic.
Just shut up and take my money.
They don't even need to be in the ring. Just promo each other. They don't promo against each other.
But
I agree.
But I'm going to throw it out on here. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston, hell of a match. Hell of a match.
Yeah, it was. That was really his real first elevated match since joining AEW. I mean, I know he's had a couple of matches, but that was the...
And Kingston doesn't get his due. Okay? He just doesn't. But Kingston is a great wrestler. Seen him many times on the independent circuit back in the East. And he can go. And him and Punk put that match over.
Oh, yeah.
They put it over.
Full Gear in general is one of the better pay-per-views of the year, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that said across social media as well. The voices again. Is he ready to go? All right, let's bring Scott back in for a few minutes so we can talk about the card show. We'll do birthdays, and then, believe it or not, it'll be time to wrap up. All right, we're going to throw it back out to Sunset Station. Mr. Scott Hosey's out there. The card show out there is underway. Mr. Scott.
Absolutely. Here in the background here at Sunset Station, just across from the Galleria Mall, 95 and Sunset Road in Henderson. It's going great. People are having fun. People are coming up to Moose. Key note there, first person in line had 2 mini helmets of Atlanta Falcons, because don't forget he played in the NFL.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you a question as a guy who knows the market on collectibles. Here's a pro wrestler who signed a football helmet. Does that help his value of the signature now that he's more known as a wrestler versus a football player?
Not necessarily, but what it does is brings a uniqueness to the item. I mean, that's why we get a lot of custom 8x10s done with different shots and different, because you can go online through either one of the photo houses. PhotoFile used to be the major one until they went out of business, and everybody has the same picture of Mike Trout or John Cena. The 3 poses that I have done custom, Moose has never seen. I'm the only one in the country to have them. Nice, different graphics. Matter of fact, it has him with the Impact title, which there is not a photo out there of him with the Impact title due to the fact that there was a photography issue. When he won the belt, it wasn't expected.
Oh, there you go. There's a little inside info on that.
Inside skinny.
Some nice graphic editing. There is a photo of him with the new belt on.
Right on. Right on.
Here at Power
Oh,
Play,
yeah.
it's and people are buying Christmas gifts already. I've already sold a couple of Knights and Raiders things, those two teams that are here in town. And just, hey, come on down. And don't forget Impact tonight, pay-per-view, and then also Sunday and Monday over at Sam's Town also, TV meetings.
By the way, I just want to let everybody know in our local market, as I was watching TV last night, I think it was this Channel 8 CBS, a commercial came up for the Boulevard Mall. And as the commercial's rolling through for the holidays, it talks about Victoria's Secret and some of the anchor stores. And then all of a sudden, there's about 15 seconds, Power Play Sports pops up in there. Shots inside the store, outside. It was really cool to see, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me know. I had not known that they had already started their advertising campaign, so that's great. Everybody's trying to buy early this year. The people in the back already, I'm seeing boxes of cards leave the place. So, come on.
Right on. Well, there you have it.
Hey,
You're there
hey.
today. And go ahead, Chief.
I want to throw something
All right.
out. Mr. Scott Hosey is one of the creators of Unicon here in Las Vegas. Unicon 2022, September 30th to October the 2nd.
Absolutely.
Be there because the chief says so.
Well, I better
Steve
mark that on my
Johnson's set up
calendar.
right behind me over here at one of his tables, so you can come see the top toy expert from Pawn Stars.
Right on.
There you
right
go.
on. I guess I better put that on my calendar. It's if I'm invited back.
Yeah, you got a day or two to buy a ticket.
Yeah, I got a day or two. All right, we're going to let you go. Get back to work over there, Mr.
Take care,
Scott.
guys.
Thank you as always. We
See you
appreciate
in a
it.
while, Scott.
See you tonight,
See you
Scott.
tonight. Scott Hosey, the man behind Power Play Sports Collectibles, and as I said, really one of the founding fathers of this show.
Yeah?
For Thoughts Count Anywhere. All right, we have about 10 minutes left, so you know what time it is, right?
Birthdays.
It's birthday time.
Happy birthday to you.
It's
Absolutely.
copyright time.
Happy birthday.
No, we got a different version. Is this the other one? Rob Goldstein, the man who hosts Dead Lifeline. He has a group, by the way, called Pocket Aces.
Oh, okay.
This is he and his group's
Oh,
version
nice.
of Happy
Sweet.
Birthday. So cross promotion. All right, with that, if you're celebrating a birthday today through next Friday, which is the 26th, if my math is correct, I hope. Today's 20th, 26th. Yeah, 26th. All right. Happy birthday to all of you out there celebrating yourselves. It's a kind of short list. November 20th, Rudy Charles. November 21st, the Bella Twins. Bria and Nikki will be celebrating. November 22nd, Skinner and Elias. Where's Elias been, by the way? A couple of vignettes, and then we don't see him. Maybe he'll show up at SummerSlam. Or maybe he'll show up at AEW. Who knows? Or tonight at Impact. November 23rd, lady who was just removed from the SmackDown team by Miss Sonya Deville, Aaliyah. And also locally, the commissioner of Versus Pro Wrestling, Zane Z. Goody. Happy birthday, Zane. November 24th, Beth Phoenix, the Amazon. November 26th, Ivory. Happy belated birthday to one Aaron Ellicus this past week. We would be remiss and yelled at forever. Also, November 26th, the man, the myth, the legend, Chief, celebrating a birthday November 26th.
Oh, my God!
69.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Yeah, buddy.
There are some, right, exactly. Happy birthday to all of you celebrating this week. And again, we wish you all celebrate, please, safe, healthy Thanksgiving weekend. Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody as well. Chief, I will not be here next week, but again, I love you. Happy birthday
love you too.
on your
Thank
birthday,
you,
man.
brother.
Thank you so much for everything that you've brought to my life over the last couple of years, knowing you through wrestling events, seeing you there, smiling, and lending your knowledge and experience in life to anybody that you can, knowing that it's going to help that person be a better person. And I love you for that and for being part of our show. I can't thank you enough.
Hopefully we're going to have a few more years.
Oh, a few at least.
69
Giggity,
years. son.
giggity, giggity.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Any other things? Let's go back to Full Gear because we kind of cut that one short to get Scott back on. Lucha Brothers defeated FTR to retain the AEW Tag Team Championship. No surprises there, right?
That was a good match, but I hear there's a lot of heat on Phoenix because he injured Dax Hardwood, and he was like knocked unconscious for like half of the match.
Worked
but
a
it was
little
still a good
stiff,
match.
did he?
Yeah,
He worked a little stiff.
He has a reputation of that, apparently.
Does he? Okay.
Bryan Danielson defeated Miro to win the championship eliminator tournament, which means he is Adam Page's #1 contender. We saw what possibly consider a light turn on Mr. Bryan.
That surprises me because it surprises me because of his past, but his past is his past.
Right.
He's with a new company. Looks like they're going to turn him over and make him a heel.
Make him a gray area like Stone Cold always was.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's what I
I think it'll be okay. Him and the Cowboy. I think it'll be okay.
Oh,
Won't be
heck yeah. I
bad.
really want to see that match.
I really wanted to see Omega and Danielson, though.
And they may see that, let's say, if Danielson wins and then Omega's healthy, after the first of the year, we may see that match.
My plan is still working to perfection.
Which is what?
I said I wanted to see that match in Vegas in April. And if they can plan that right, and if Kenny Omega comes back in time, that could be a main event of Double or Nothing.
Sure. Are we crazy?
If you haven't seen Omega and Danielson's first match, go on YouTube and watch it, please. You're not going to be disappointed. Trust me.
Not at all. Christian Cage and Jurassic Express defeated the Super Click.
That was a good match. It was super entertaining, and they went all over the place.
Cody Rhodes and Pac defeated Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. Is that how he's pronouncing it? Idolo.
That was
Charlotte Flair's significant other.
That was a good match too.
Yeah, it was for super entertaining guys. I still don't know why Cody Rhodes gets so much booed by everybody now.
Yeah. Well, I mean he's fighting against turning heel. He wants to stay a face.
Well,
is this like John Cena-esque kind of stuff?
If you go back and look at Dusty's career, Dusty got booed.
As a face?
Yeah, did you know that?
I did not. Not as a face. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, down in Florida when he wrestled for Eddie Graham.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yes he did. So, I see the resemblance of what's happening right now.
To what end result though? I guess really is, and I asked that rhetorically, but
do you think that do you think Cody will ever win a championship again?
I don't think he needs to.
I don't either, and I foresee him. He's done everything. I like to see him and his brother get together and start tag teaming. That would be interesting.
Okay.
I'd like to see him smack the Young Bucks around a little bit. Hey, I
agree with you.
I call it the way
no,
it is.
and I agree with you. I think to me the Young Bucks at their current act or whatever, I think it's enough. I think it's overdone. Don't you?
Who cares what they come out and they're wearing and what they, it's professional wrestling, and that's how I look at it. So if they get smacked in the mouth, it's okay.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, because the Chief said so.
There you go. What else? What was that? Inner Circle defeated, it looks like the other half of the roster, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, Junior Dos Santos, Andrew Andre
Arlovsky.
Andre. Oh, okay. Andre. There's a W on there. It's not my eyes. And Dan Lambert. Looks like a lot of bodies were flying around in that match.
That was a good match.
I'm just glad Jericho got his hands on Lambert. That's all. That was the match right there.
Between that and a little tribute to Eddie Guerrero, that was cool.
Three Amigos.
Comments just popped into the chat room by Sev. You see one Bucks match, you've seen them all.
Truth.
That's a great line there. Great comparison. Yep. And then last, of course, we talked about it. Adam Page defeated Kenny Omega to win the AEW World Championship. Now, you want to talk about creative writing. This storyline really fired off almost since the inception of AEW.
Yeah.
Right? A 2-year storyline for a huge payoff. That's creative writing.
And the storyline went away for a little while.
Sure.
Okay. But that's the way.
But nobody forgot about it, though.
No.
Yeah.
If you're a true wrestling fan, okay, as this guy sitting next to me just said, Double or Nothing out here in Vegas, Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson, hell yeah, take my money.
Absolutely. I'm buying a front row seat to that show. I don't care what the hell it costs.
Hopefully it's going to happen.
We'll see what happens down the line. All right. With that, we only have a couple of minutes left. So, gentlemen, the new Spider-Man trailer's released. Which Spider-Man is this one now?
The new Spider-Man movie coming out in December. The one with Tobey Maguire, Andrew
that's right.
Garfield.
That's right, where all the Spider-Men are conversing from all the different Earth universes or something.
That movie looks so good. I can't wait.
Oh, Ghostbusters 3 came out yesterday, too. Wasn't that like a prequel kind of thing? Doesn't have a younger cast or kids or something? What is this one? It was continuing saga? Bill Murray in it? Really? They all are? Well,
they all make cameos, yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't realize that one came out, too. Jeez Louise. Okay. So what other movies are coming out that for the holidays besides these two?
Red Notice just came out on Netflix with The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gail Goddard. That's a really good movie.
Okay. What is it?
Huh?
Oh, he didn't like it. So we have opposing views on that movie.
The last movie I saw was Ben-Hur, so I couldn't tell you.
Was that on
You
set?
stole my own joke. As soon as you said the last movie you saw, I was trying to think of the oldest movie I could think of. I was going to say Gone with the Wind.
That would have been a Charlie Chaplin movie. Did you watch it on set, by the way? I'm just curious. In the movie theater.
Yeah.
Did they have the guy up there rolling the handle to get?
No.
No, okay.
There were puppets. That was before there was.
They even had popcorn there.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Hey,
All right.
Hey, you know listen, we can laugh and joke and everything, but I'll tell you the truth. I used to go to movies every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we got a minute, so let me make it quick. You used to go. It cost you $0.25. You used to get 3 cartoons.
Right.
Okay. Then you got a 30-minute movie. There you go. And then you got the full movie.
Right.
For $0.25.
Yeah.
You get there at noontime. You didn't get out till 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
And then did you sometimes jump into another theater?
No. It was only one movie.
Oh,
theater,
it's the one. Okay.
But we would hide and we'd go and we'd watch it again.
Watch it again?
Yeah.
The good old days.
That's the good old days.
What's that? There you go. That's
Yeah,
right.
you
Did
know?
you earn 25 cents a week? Is that? I mean, what
That was my allowance.
Yeah,
that was my allowance.
Yeah,
25
that
cents.
is what it is. All right. Hey, guys, speaking of quarters, the meter is running out. We're just about done.
I want to say to you,
yes,
please be safe on the road.
Yes, thank you.
Traveling. Happy holidays
Thank
to
you.
you.
Same to you.
My brother, I will see you next Saturday.
For sure.
I will be in Virginia celebrating with my daughter. I think Brett right now will sit in. Is that what the plan is?
Bring a jacket.
Brian, bring a few jackets.
Or 2.
I'm layering.
Bring your long johns.
Yes, for sure. Brett Lawson will be sitting in for me, and Chief
And I'm going to sit
will
in.
be sitting in on Unsportsmanlike Conduct. This
Yes, I
month
will.
for me has been so weird. With all the travel and the holidays, the amount of shows that I've not been able to attend in 16 years being behind a microphone, I've never had a stretch like this before. It's just the way things fall out.
Yeah.
And I will try to listen. If not, I may even try to call in. The East Coast is 3 hours ahead. We'll see if I can try to call and at least say hi. Anyway, final thoughts, Mr. Matt.
Everybody have a good, safe week. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you guys next Saturday and hopefully tonight at Turning Point.
Absolutely. If you are going to be there, look for us. Stop us.
Come say hi.
Yeah. Yep. We don't bite. Everybody, be safe. Enjoy the holiday.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Give your loved ones a hug. That's the Chief today. Over and out.
Because he said so. God darn it. All right, with that, we want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you, Moose, once again for joining us. We look forward to seeing tonight's Turning Point. If you haven't got your tickets, do so. You're going to miss a great card tonight. Scott out there at Sunset Station, thank you as well. Thomas Burnett, we thank you for being there as well, popping in on the show. Bruise Brothers, make sure you check them out Sundays, 2 p.m. on Facebook, Top Rope Collectibles channel. I'm Aaron Phillips, Matt Mullen, Chief Aaron E. On behalf of all of us, please, everybody, have a safe, enjoy Thanksgiving with your family or wherever you're going to be. It doesn't matter. Be safe and enjoy it as always. Be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have, and thank you for that. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Thoughts Count Anywhere.